This is a one-time thing. We are gonna watch every single Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 200cc world record and take in the impossible shortcuts, the most expert strategies this game has to offer, and a million different vehicle combos. I hope you guys enjoy the longest 200cc video I've ever uploaded, and be sure to let me know what reaction videos you would like to see next. What a way to start off this video. Funky Kong, Wii Rainbow Road, wouldn't want it any other way, and a mushroom burned at the very start. It has been a full year since we looked at the 200cc world records, and I personally haven't watched any since then, aside from I think one video I did during wave 4 or 5 where I viewed the brand new like way of world records. Oh, that was clean. I love that. But yeah, day 1 records are never the same. I wanted to at least wait a couple weeks until making this video so we get some extremely new and unpredictable strats for the new tracks, as well as, you know, I wasn't sure if there was going to be any rebalancing for the character parts, but ended up just being like invincibility. So Mach 8 seems to be used a lot on tracks that have edges where you can get like 3/4 of the vehicle off the track and still be technically on the track. Drifting right to that shortcut looks so weird. The way it's scaled is so much smaller. It's like wider and smaller. It's a weird combo compared to Mario Kart Wii. And, you know, not even going up the anti-gravity corner, just drifting it. I freaked out day 1 when I did that on accident. So cool. Seems like it's faster on 200cc just to cut it as tight as possible, regardless if you get the boost or not, because you're already going so fast anyway. While on 150cc, it's like a different story. Getting the boost, not doing the kart strat in Mario Kart Wii where you use the half pipes and instead just going straight. 200cc records are going to look so much different than how I've been playing the game. I actually miss 200cc so much playing 150 all the time in my race to 9 or race to 30k, not 99,000. So this record, super clean, loved it, great start, 95 to go. DLC character 2 for 2, and as you can probably guess, by this point, we're doing every track in the backwards order just to make it a little more interesting for you guys. I'm sure people are most hyped for the Wave 6 World Records, especially people who have never seen the 200cc records. I'm very excited today to see what strategies are completely unpredictable. Usually it'll be motion glider that surprises me the most, but you never know. I'm probably gonna learn 1 or 2 new shortcuts today, and that is what I'm most excited about. Plus, I do wanna do some more like 200cc fun room style tournaments in the near future for this game. I feel like 200cc is gonna be the primary focus of this channel for 2024, because I feel like most 8 Deluxe YouTubers and streamers just do 150 most of the time, and I kind of want to be the guy doing 200cc, especially with the fact there's no more DLC, and 200 just gets me the most excited. I also feel like Dry Bones and Funky Kong are better on 200, while you're going to be using Peachette, Yoshi. I mean, Diddy Kong's pretty good for 150. So this one, nothing too crazy, some little corner skips, and using the mushroom very late when wheels are fully into the mud. And how's this ending gonna look? Anything special here? No, actually a pretty standard world record, not even flying into the lava at the end like the 150cc record. Koopa Clown, Ancient Tires, Rosalina. What are we gonna see here? Are we gonna see a gap jump? I doubt it. Yeah, okay, so far no gap jump. Granted, there are coins there. Maybe lap 2, probably not. Right half pipe. The half pipes are so satisfying in this game with the massive trick boosts you get. I think that was really smart of Nintendo to make it that way. If they would have just been regular trick boosts, they would have been almost obsolete. Nobody would have touched the half pipes in this game ever. And I do love this shortcut they added. Granted, no streamless cut. Very interesting. I was expecting streamless cut for sure. It's been an extremely standard route here. Nothing surprising, nothing out of the ordinary. First non-DLC character, although Rosalina on Rosalina's Ice World, the only track that Rosalina has her name in the actual track name. I mean, it's a weird track name, but at least Rosalina has a track with her name in it. Birdo doesn't have any track. There's no Birdo circuit. Maybe next game. All right, so we got to see the shortcut on lap 2. We're gonna see it again on lap 3. And the 200cc world records, they often or like they go two different ways. They can be completely off the wall, crazy, unpredictable, super fast, exciting, or they can be like way more grounded, and staying on the ground is just fast in Mario Kart games. Being in the air is slower a lot of times. Sometimes just sticking to the ground as much as possible is the way to go. You gotta appreciate the fact that so many different types of wheels, vehicle frames, and characters are being used. We're seeing like every single different part used. There has been nothing that's been the same in these first 4 records. Completely blown away by that. Shrimless? Oh no, okay, mushroom. This one's, oh, you can land up there? Oh, that was so fast, using the railing to skip the stairs and then get a low trick. Oh, that was so clean. Lots of nice sneaking action. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy the reaction style videos, these take a long time to make, very time consuming, but I do love going through whether it's tool assist records or world records for 150 or 200cc. I love going through all of them and sharing the experience with you guys. If you love what you're seeing, be sure to smash the like button. It helps the channel more than you guys think. All right, lap 3, I love the glider shortcut. I knew about that one. I remember like day 2 when I saw it the first time. I said it in a video. I was like, I don't think you can go over that wall and do a shortcut there. And then sure enough, it ended up being possible. No grass cut there, definitely too much grass to cut. Shroomless even on 200. And gotta avoid the soccer ball. And that's gonna be it for Madrid Drive. Really cool track. I think it's one of the better city tracks. Is this just the meta on the city tracks or something? Also, technically this isn't full reverse order. I was supposed to start on the 4th track. I think I'm just gonna start on the 1st track of the cup. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a little bit easier to toggle that way. Okay, so Rome, here we go. Luigi, pipe frame, Azure rollers. I mean, what I said last race where we're seeing completely different vehicle parts and characters used on every single record. I said it at the perfect time before we get the exact combo copied from the last city track. I did not know you can trick off the ground moles coming out of the sewer drains. Like, I thought you would just get trampled by those. So that was the surprise so far of this track. Some beautiful snaking. Squeezing out these orange mini turbos. And some motion glider here for sure. Land in a drift. Veering left, landing in a right drift. Probably a double trick here. No, just one trick. Interesting. And we're getting to the end here. It's very common to see like jumping before the mini trick ramps, I've noticed in these records. And that's it, okay. In the description, I'm gonna put the link of where you can find all of the current world records. There's a great world record website. It tracks the history of every Mario Kart world record through the history of every Mario Kart game. I'll put it in the description for you guys who want to see the current world records. You can always click on the time of the world record to watch a video of the run, which is it's very useful in general, especially when you're learning the tracks. And sometimes, you know, it's faster to watch a video on YouTube than it is to actually download it yourself. So we'll probably see some cool strats on lap 2 here on DK Mountain. That's what I would expect. Once again, we got pipe frame and we have the Azure rollers. Should I be using pipe frame online? Is pipe frame like legit the meta or something? I'm super shocked. I thought we'd be seeing a lot more Teddy Buggy and Biddy Buggy, but the pipe frame has been taking over. I'm expecting to see the shortcut here. Yes. Oh, drifting to the left off of it. Okay, and then, oh, that's a sick off-road shortcut. Extremely useful. And I like how they get the orange mini turbo and they immediately left hop. Might be like some sort of motion hop. That looked really sketch. And it is able to fix the alignment without swaying too far to the right on the U-turn. This is a very impressive run. This is definitely my favorite one so far. And this run feels like it has more tech than the previous records we've watched. Interesting to see the mushroom used there, although coming out of the canyon is very slow in general in Mario Kart games. I must say, the 150cc world records have more tech usually than the 200cc ones. Not always, but most of the time they do. So it's nice to see a run like this where it's just a little less ordinary. This one was more surprising, fun to watch, and engaging compared to some of the city tracks. Here it is. We have Luigi once again, but finally the Teddy Buggy shows up with the crimson slim tires and not the roller wheels. This is Army. Army, I think, has the second most world records in the history of this game. And I'm pretty sure the last one was Alberto, but I'm not 100%. Collecting coins, already at 9, getting the Ultra Mini Turbo, and just opting for the first boost panel. Oh, and going for the last one as well. Interesting. And this section is super satisfying, racing it, just being able to hold the Mini Turbo, going up the curb all the way around the corner. Doesn't work that way in Mario Kart Wii. And some crazy glider strats into the out of bounds, swaying back onto the track, and the cones are no match for Army here. It's just gonna be pure speed on this one. Constant, massive Mini Turbos, boost panels, motion glider, mushroom shortcuts, slip drift here. Oh nope, just going straight. And no curb hopping. In Mario Kart Wii, hopping that little bit of cobblestone is always the way to go. It's a little bit risky though online, so you usually only see it in time trials, but it seems like in 8 Deluxe here, on 200cc at least, it's just easier to hold the Mini Turbo and then use it for the glider with the mushroom shortcut combo. Love that record. I like this track a lot more in this game. Chemic, the airship, roller wheels are back, and we are tricking up a storm to start things off. I'm gonna expect a shortcut here. Yes, I've seen this one before. I love how you just bounce off of that. It's so satisfying on 200cc. It's a little bit slow feeling on 150. All right, let's see what happens here on the glider. Okay, gonna go into a drift, and oh my gosh, this cuts so much. All right, so we've seen 2 giant drifting into the water off-road shortcuts. I think there's gonna be one more. I did watch the world record right when the game Wave 6 released. Like, there was some big shortcut. I think it's coming up here maybe? No, it's coming up later. But yeah, this is one of the only levels I've seen because people were telling me about the shortcut. It's this one right here. That is crazy. That is such a big cut. You would expect Lakitu to grab you 100%. So, love how Nintendo allowed for that one. Probably the biggest shortcut we've seen so far. And if I wasn't already shown that shortcut, I definitely would have had no idea about that one. I did not discover that on my own. I saw it for the first time watching the world record like day 2 or something when this track came out. All right. Nice off-road shortcuts. The off-road there on that grass is slightly different color. It has a little bit different like properties than the more mossy green grass. I mean, I don't know what's up with that, but it feels like it's a little more lenient before you lose your speed with the off-road. Pipe frame. I mean, I saw Yoshi obviously being in a lot of these world records, but we've seen Luigi just as much as we've seen Yoshi, if not more. Azure rollers are still the most common wheel. Oh, you can do that? What? I've tried that before. It counted me out of bounds. I must be trying to cut too much. Oh, okay. That is the shortcut I'm the most surprised about so far. It should have been the Piranha Plant Cove shipwreck shortcut. Like, that was the craziest one, but I already knew about that one. I did not know you can skip the rocks like that. Incredible. I love how Los Angeles is the track where I'm the most surprised so far, despite it not even being a Wave 6 track. I did not even ever watch the 200cc world records for Wave 5. So this is exciting. I definitely watched the Wave 4 200cc records when it came out. I'm really excited to watch like these 8 right here particularly. And I do think there's gonna be some cool strat changes that we've never seen from when we originally recorded the 72 world records dating back to this time last year. I do think we have quite a bit more in store. And shroomless curb shortcut. I've gotten really good at this one on 150cc. That's a huge shortcut at the end, just being able to pass people. The pipe frame. That's all. The pipe frame. How many records is the pipe frame gonna be in? Oh my gosh. All right, so that first shortcut was huge. This is gonna be shroomless. Nice. That cuts so much off-road. Jeez. And I'm curious how these ramps are gonna be taken. Oh, okay, just drifting over it, getting an orange Mini Turbo. Tricks are dead, let's go. And then this is actually a huge shortcut. And then hopping out. Nice! Oh, that was a beauty. That's probably a lot harder to do on 200. I've just barely played 200cc in the last like year or so. So that's why I gotta make 2024 the 200cc year. And this is gonna be the last time that we are going through all these world records. I don't expect things are going to change all that much like a year from now, considering the tracks are staying the same. I don't think there's going to be any more patch updates with stat changes or anything drastic happening. Pretty sure the game's just done getting content. So this is it, guys. This is it. We're just going through all the world records on 200cc for the last time. And I don't have any plans of doing that on 150cc currently, but maybe that'll change. Really like that track. The sun just needs to set. Bitty Buggy is back. And we got the leaf tires. Kamek, let me know in the comment section, which shortcut did you not know watching this video? Could be something you've already seen. Could be something coming up. Just keep this question in mind. The most surprising shortcut or one that you were completely unaware of. That was some Mario Kart 7 shenanigans. In Mario Kart 7 with the red monsters, Metal Mario, and the B-Dasher, I see that stringless Koopa Cape shortcut all the time. Really interesting to see it here. This first lap was actually insane. Can't wait to see the next two. This track plays super well on this game. People are mad about the zappers being gone from Mario Kart Wii, but like I personally have no problem with it. I still think this track is really fun. All right, so interesting because the shell shortcut we saw on lap 1, but I think just because you know, because of the coins being already at 10, you just take the inside lane there and then go around the shell. The angle is too awkward to cut inside the shell, although on Mario Kart 7 they actually do the U-turn skip and then they still like drift to the right and do the shell skip. This is cool how they release the main turbo in midair off that ramp and then are able to get that super tight angle. This is a really satisfying record to watch. Lots of cool shortcuts, shrimless, grass cuts, and yeah, I mean, no half pipe used here, but online that half pipe is used all the time to get 2 item boxes. All right, that is it for Koopa Cape. These are the GLA tires. They look like the GLA tires. We have the Jeep and King Boo. What are these combos? I thought we'd be seeing Luigi, pipe frame. I mean, it is a city track after all. Very shocked. I don't understand all the combo changes. I'm sure it has to do with anti-gravity and glider, underwater, things like that, but it's super surprising. It's really cool. All right. I don't expect to see anything new here. I do expect at the end we will see the shortcut that a lot of people didn't know about going over the hedge. I do expect to see that. Whoa! That I thought is like the biggest shortcut on the level, and it's not even utilized in the world record. I mean, it's a, you know, it's a track where you only go through that section once, so we're not going to see it used at all, it looks like. Wow, very surprising. I'm assuming the last mushroom is just going to be used here on this really gradual mud turn. Yeah. All right, so that crazy head shortcut I was talking about, it looks like it's not going to be used at all. It's right there on the left. It's similar to the Madrid shortcut. Yeah, I mean, this is one of my least favorite city tracks. I liked it a lot when it came out, but I kind of find the layout to be a little bit boring now. Technical using the meta combo on time trials, Athens Dash. I find it super weird how Vancouver Velocity is the last track in a cup when every other city track in the game is the first track. Okay, so the turn skip shortcut, not utilized. I really thought it was faster. Extremely difficult shortcut, but we still are not seeing it in the world record. And you know, I found that shortcut like right when day 1 wave 5 released, and I thought for sure it would be faster utilized in world records, just not something you would see online. And at this point I just think it's probably like barely faster, to the point where just getting the coins is actually more worth it, which is kind of makes me sad because it was one of the coolest shortcuts in the booster course pass. All right. Oh, I thought there'd be a wall skip there, but the mushroom was actually used very early instead. Going for a quadruple trick? No, triple trick. Okay. Cutting inside. Let's see how this ending looks. Is there going to be a little rail ride action potentially? Let's find out. Nope, just cutting over the gap entirely because 200cc, crazy speed. And we're already getting to the end. Lots of low tricks on this one. And we're going to end here with the drift and a trick. All right, another vehicle frame enters the building. Love to see it. There's a lot more like counter drifting, neutral sliding, and then squeezing out mini turbos on 150cc. On 200cc, it's all about like taking tight lines once you get your coins and just getting really giant orange and purple mini turbos. That seems to be how things are going. I wonder if the underwater section will be used on lap 2. 7 coins already, it's gonna be 10 very soon. Still gonna be opting for the right route, looks like. And getting a triple trick here, I'd imagine. 1, 2, and, oh, I guess not the end, okay. So, still only at 9 coins, taking a while to get to 10 on this track, just based on the way the lines are, but it looks like the underwater section is not gonna be used at all. Where is the 10th coin gonna be? It's gonna be right here, okay, that makes sense. And I think it's gonna look the same. I don't think we're gonna see anything different here on lap 3. Oh, mushroom used to get the purple, nice. Just snaking up a storm. Staying on the top. And gonna end it with a purple. Oh no, just an orange and then a blue. Oh wow. Funky Kong on the V-Dasher with the slick wheels. I love it. Funky Kong has another Mario Kart Wii track world record. How many is he gonna have total? Let's find out. So I love how that shortcut is faster. That's how the track should have been in Wii. Making it so you can fly over the top and not stick is just stupid. It's pretty much completely pointless in Mario Kart Wii. It's only faster on 999cc, weirdly enough. Alright, dodging the bomb car. Despite this absurdly ginormous cart, seems not to be too much of an issue with the cars. I mean, this track is just wider than Wii. It's a lot easier in this game. I mean, there's literally no cars there. In Wii, it's the hardest track in the game. A lot of people actually think it's harder than Rainbow Road. And for me, I would say Rainbow Road's the hardest, but I think it's just like really tough for new players because people aren't gonna be able to really memorize the car routes. And the more you play the track, the easier it gets. You're gonna have it all memorized after playing the game for 15 years. The surfboard is coming out, and there's a surfboard on the track, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of a funny one. There's really not much to say. You hit the boost panels, you drive straight, you cut the corners inside. It's one of the most simple world records out there, maybe the most simple. It's not like the shortest track or anything, but you're not really doing much on this level. You're just going straight and you're maximizing your speed. There is one moment later in this video, once we get to the original tracks, not the booster course pass, that I'm most excited about. I'm sure a lot of you know what it is, but it is going to be by far the most hype moment in the entire video. Alright. This is making Squeaky Clean Sprint feel very fast. Usually it's a track that feels rather slow to me. Alright. Get the low trick, extremely low trick. I can't even imagine. I just don't understand how that even works. It's the lowest low trick in the game. And this like drift switch here is wild. There's like no hop at all. Just flying right now. Shrimless cut, shrimless. No shrimless cut. Okay, interesting. And then switching directions, very common in this game. Not even to trick off a ramp. Just drift off it instead. It's just the fact you can charge your drift in the air. Like that's really the reason people do that so much. Oh, the sync trick was insane. All right, that Goomba toy is just vibing up top. And no shrimless shortcut. I really didn't expect that. I'm more surprised by the lack of shortcuts on some of these levels than the actual shortcuts being used. It's quite peculiar. And low trick. And that is it for Squeaky Clean Sprint. One of my favorite tracks. Top 3 or 4 city track. And I think there's 13 city tracks. So that's saying something at this point. I'm curious to see if the glider shortcut is going to be done trimless, landing in the grass patch. That's one thing I have my radar on. And then also, I'd imagine the only staircase that's going to be used is going to be like at the very end, but maybe none at all. Alright, gonna get a giant, oh, just an orange miniature, but okay. These tracks play so differently on 200. Alright, what's gonna happen here? Oh, a super early mushroom. That was so weird. Like tricking all the way to the left. I think I had to do with the coins. Getting a coin, tricking to the left, veering to the right, mushrooming late, starting a drift, right upon landing. I mean, that was a weird section. Very unexpected. Nice. Super bounce, of course. And okay, so yeah, the staircase is used at the very end. I do think this track is super satisfying. A definite standout for me in the Booster Course Pass. Does anyone in Thailand play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? I'm trying to think of any time I played this game ever where I've ran into someone with a Thailand flag. It's just kind of weird they even chose Bangkok Rush as a track to begin with. Instead, I mean, they could have went, I don't know, what track should they have done? They should have done Sweden, like Stockholm or something. I don't know. I'm just surprised that it's a track. Same with Singapore. I mean, I don't see anyone from Singapore playing the game either, now that I think about it. They should have gave us like Cairo, Egypt. I mean, no one's playing from there, but that would have been such a cool track. I don't think I'm going to see anything on this track that surprises me. Never mind. Whoa, that was a ridiculous streamless shortcut. That just cut so much and lost no speed. Commentator's curse. Said that at the most inopportune time. Nice to see the Biddy Buggy. It's very fitting considering the full mini turbo vehicle frame is being used on a track where like Dry Bomber was really good in Mario Kart DS here. Yeah, look at that. What the heck? That just doesn't look right. It doesn't look like that should work. It looks like that's a off-road hack right there. Jeez. And clipping the grass, getting that extra air ends up being faster. Wild. A lightweight actually has a world record. I thought they were completely extinct in this game. All right, I love it. I think we'll see a lightweight on Neo Bowser City as well. Streetle sponge tires. It must be having to do with the terrain just being super slidey on this track. All right, mushroom, no trick off the ramp. Going for the half pipe, all right. Just going for one half pipe trick on the right. I would have never expected that to be the strategy in a million years. There's a lot of strategies that just are baffling to me. I mean, these tracks just play so different than they do in like Mario Kart Wii. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, I guess the shroomless shortcut doesn't really have a purpose. There's really nowhere else to use the mushroom that seems super helpful. Okay, so that was what I expected. 2 boosts like that on the left side, that made way more sense. These coin strategies just really mix up the way the tracks are played. I personally do not like coins and time trials. It makes me way less interested in time trialing. It also makes the tracks like have a lot more to remember, like compared to previous games. It's not like the same thing 3 times. Like you're just collecting coins instead of going fast on lap 1. It's very weird for me in time trials. I wish they just started you with 10 coins, honestly. Gotta release these main turbos early on this level and then drifting off the ramp, but actually tricking this time. We are back with more Alberto Kart 8 Deluxe. Look at this Mii outfit. I love this. One of the best Mii outfits. Although I don't know what the best one is. There's so many funny ones that were added after Wave 6. The cow one is pretty funny, of course. Ooh, interesting mushroom spot. Okay. And Crimson Slim Wheel is making another appearance. Teddy Buggy is actually seeing just as much usage as Biddy Buggy, surprisingly. I thought Biddy Buggy would be dominating this CC. This is hilarious. No snaking, just going straight. I mean, 200cc things, I guess. Jeez. There's just very few purple mini turbos on the world records. You just don't see them. Getting an orange is hard enough. All right, triple trick. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna expect, yeah. The red is faster than the green. Good job, Nintendo. That is so weird. Is there anything special being done there to make it not slow you down much, or does it really just not slow you down much at all on 200? Sorry, couldn't even finish my sentence. I don't know what that's called, but I've seen it before on Merry Mountain and on Swamp Ruins. You're going like so far with the glider in one direction, it just teleports you. This right here is probably my second favorite city track, even though I have no idea how to do the underwater section on either CC. So I'm hoping I get to learn a few important strategies today. And I do love this shortcut. I taught Chizplays how to do the shortcut, and now he has mastered the game, of course. Now here's where I struggle with the level. On section 2 and 3. Section 1 is my favorite by far, but I do love the entire track. Like, Athens is my favorite city track, then it's this, then it's LA, then Bangkok Rush, and then Madrid. I would say those are my top 5. All right, I totally missed the underwater section. I was way too busy giving my top 5 city tracks, and I was literally talking about how I needed to see the underwater section. However, the next underwater section right here is where I struggle the most. Never mind, it's not that part. I get the underwater sections mixed up on this level. All right. An actual purple main turbo in a 200cc world record. Love to see it. And it's weird not seeing snaking. It just went back to the same direction there after getting the first right main turbo. It's kind of insane to think we're not even 1/4 of the way through this video. What? You could do that shroomless? All right, I hope we see that 2 more times. The shroomless shortcuts are ridiculous in this game. Like, off-road is just so different. I actually love how it's more like Mario Kart Double Dash, where you can preserve some of your speed before you hit the off-road. That's so cool. I never knew that was a thing. In Mario Kart Wii, you hit the off-road and you immediately lose all your speed. It's hilarious. In this game, you actually have a little bit of realism to it. All right, gonna do a drift. Yep, and getting an orange main turbo. Yeah, orange main turbo, and then it's just so perfect to be able to do the shroomless shortcut and then hopping out of the off-road. Reminds me of like the dry desert shroomless ending shortcut. This ended up being a way cooler record than I thought. Some of them I'm like, you know, not surprised by any of it, and then others like this I'm like, wow, can't believe that's even possible. The Koopa Clown has another world record. Link, Koopa Clown, standard tires. DK Summit. All right, I guess. Let's see what we have in store for us here. I do love the propellers on the side of the Koopa Clown while in a glider. Pretty great. I'm expecting a really exciting double shortcut. Let's see. Oh, mythify this. All right, let's go. And the reason I said that is because I have an old video on the channel from 12 years ago where we pull off the shortcut like that in Mario Kart Wii when there was like no one had ever made a video on that. And it's not faster in Mario Kart Wii, but it is faster in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's hilarious. Jeez, I can't believe that's actually faster. They're gonna do it again like that? Is that hard to do? Oh my, that's so weird. And then mushrooming to actually fix the alignment and the trajectory. Really cool. I mean, the whole thing's shroomless. Just releasing a main turbo in midair to change the alignment, then using a mushroom to fix the alignment. Never in a million years in Mario Kart. We also, look at this! Completely sideways, what? All right, DK Summit might be my favorite record so far. I am loving this. Yeah, this strat, I need to learn this. I need to watch this one like 5 times. Wow, best world record. If only it was done with Funky Kong. That would be the only thing to make it even better. The Koopa Clown again! Okay, I actually kind of love this because the rollers get neglected. The Azure rollers get all of the hype and fame. And it's nice to see the rollers, even if it's just for 1 world record. It's nice to see the rollers once. King Boo, not doing the big shortcut there, opting for coins. All right, we're gonna see a different strategy on lap 2, I'm sure. And bing! All right. Well, I think about Enmead's famous reaction where he was completely bamboozled at the red floating bridge and how it didn't show up on previous ghosts. It's nice to see Nintendo fix that, although I would have loved to fake a reaction to that. That would have been fun. Wow, not even tricking. All right. It's crazy how many things you don't want to trick off of in this game. All right, I mean, just zooming through this one. Under 1.5 minutes. Jeez, it feels like such a long track too when you play it. So many different sections. And this shortcut is busted. Just the fact you can stick there is so great. All right, and not tricking there. Gotta remember that when I'm playing online. And tricking there. So lap 2, no trick. Lap 1 and 3, trick, it looks like. And boom. The regular slim wheels. All right, Iggy Koopa and the teddy bear. All right, teddy bear, teddy bug, teddy buggy, whatever you want to call it. Iggy Koopa. The Koopalings I thought were extinct in this game. All right. What was that trick animation? That was a weird trick animation. It like got canceled. And it looked like he was gonna fall off the cart. Jesus. Look at that. He actually does look like he's gonna fall off. Okay, I was not kidding. But anyway, back to the run. I forget about this track. I actually think it's one of the better city tracks. I'll give this one 6th best city track. The worst city track is Tokyo Blur. End of discussion. I mean, this one, surprisingly, is really long. I mean, it just feels that way. It probably isn't. Definitely longer than most of the city tracks. Nothing too eye-opening here. I really wish the Womp shortcut would work, but Womp doesn't even go down. No chance to even do the shortcut. That would have been so fun to watch. Alright, big off-road shortcut, and one of the most normal world records. This right here is the shortcut combo. King Boo, Teddy Buggy, Azure, Rollers. No Shroomless shortcut. I don't think we're gonna see the Shroomless shortcut at all. In fact, I think this one's probably gonna be pretty standard. Maybe a little low trick action on lap 2 and 3 when we're not collecting the coins there on the side. Already at 6 coins. Usually entering lap 3, they're always at 10 coins. There's a few exceptions. And right here, we already have 9 going into lap 2. Okay. Mushroom here. I'm expecting the mushroom spot will just be the same thing on lap 3 at the very end of the level. I can't imagine the mushroom will be used anywhere else. I do think there'll probably be a low trick right here. Yeah, low trick. I love that trick spot. I feel like Wave 3 had the most secret trick spots. I'm pretty sure you can actually trick off the candy cane on Merry Mountain. Someone told me that, even though it's completely out of the way. Purple Me Turbo? Purple Me Turbo! Get to see it like once every 8 races. You can actually trick off that to the left right there. On lap 3, usually that's like what you can trick off of, you know, on lap 1 and 2 at the end, but you can make it work. Seems like it's not faster. World record doesn't do it, but it is weird how you can do it right there on lap 3. All right, a little bit of motion glider shenanigans, getting the low trick, doing a little grass hopping, and shortcut. Chain chomp, no threat. The end. The Ink Striker, all right, and then Wario, same stats as Funky Kong, although we've only seen Funky Kong, and Wario is chasing the train, trying to get the presents. Actual trick off of a ramp. I feel like we see less tricks off of ramps than we do non-tricks, and usually drifting into an orange main turbo seems to be the way to go. Like right there, no trick. And all right, you know what? I've seen versions of that shortcut that cut more, but I guess maybe that angle's better for hitting the spin booster. Yeah, we're gonna see the right route now. I mean, the left route seems like it's just a coin route. It is cool though that both routes are actually utilized. And no candle shortcut, it's just gonna be the same spot every single time. I do think at the very end of the level, we're gonna see the crazy teleport strat that I was talking about before on Singapore. I mean, we're gonna see it again for sure. We are not gonna see the candy cane trick I was talking about, unfortunately. There's no way. But yeah, I mean, we're cruising through these world records. Thank you everyone for joining me, making it this far into the video. I mean, we still got so much more to go. I'm gonna have to take a little break so I have some energy again for recording these. I mean, it's just crazy watching this much at once. It's just an overload of information. And boing! Oh, that's so cool. Let's go, another Funky Kong world record. I think this is the 3rd one, but this one is not on a lead track. We got the Jeep, we got the Crimson Slim tires. I don't know what's going on in this game. That's kind of why it's fun. I'm sure some people who are very good at this game are probably enjoying. Somebody who doesn't really research the game at all, just plays it very casually, commentate these world records and be surprised by things that maybe you're not surprised by, but to me are fascinating. And then the other way around is people who, you know, have way less experience than me, might only have like 5,000 VR in the game or something, get to watch, just, you know, together we get to be surprised essentially, figuring out these strats. It's coming. One of my favorite shortcuts in the entire game. Look at this. Probably like 6 seconds in the air, 7, 8 seconds maybe. Craziness. I uploaded a video to my 2nd channel, like, I think it was the day after Wave 3 came out, doing that shortcut, and I might have been the first to discover it. Someone might have discovered it before me, I don't know, but it got like 100 or 200,000 views on my 2nd channel immediately. It was ridiculous. Shortcut! Aww. I wish that ending shortcut was possible. All right, we're gonna jump off the edge though. That's cool. That's the sound of the sport bike. All right, we got metal wheels, the first inside drift combo, Wario back in action, Funky Kong, 3 world records, Wario 2. Funky Kong superior confirmed. Who cares if they have the same stats? Shortcut here, jump, drift. Wow, that actually can go way more inside than expected. I always feel like when I use inside drift in this game, it can never drift as tight as I want, and then it goes way too tight, and then I can't turn, like, counter drift back the way I want to get back on track. I always end up in weird spots when I use inside drift. I did all right when I used inside drift in the video. Like, I actually feel like because I was recording and the pressure was on, I did much better than I usually do. That was a cool slip drift right there. And no trick off the stairs. I feel like nobody tricks off the stairs ever on this level. Drifting off of ramps, tricking is extinct. Not really, but it feels like it sometimes. And lap 3, here we go. Crazy wall shortcut? Nope, but we are gonna see an off-road shortcut. Love to see it. And a purple mini turbo. It is nice to see inside drift. It kind of reminds me of like when we see like a weird combo in a Mario Kart Wii World Record. Like almost nothing surprises me anymore except seeing inside drift, because I've seen everything else. I did not really think we'd see any inside drift on 200cc, like maybe Toad's Turnpike or something. All right, and then just going straight here. It's kind of weird seeing them collect coins when they're already at 10. Okay. The button tires. I have to like remember the names of all these different parts. There's just so many in this game. I mean, it's ridiculous. All right, I don't think we'll see anything too crazy here. I mean, I guess it's weird that they're not doing the shortcut. Seems like it's not even faster to do streamless, which is really surprising to me. I always thought it was. Guess my YouTube short is inaccurate. Whoops. I think I said like it was like a super useful shortcut to do it streamless. But I'm assuming just, yeah, okay, so mushroom cut. Wow, all right, interesting. And left rail. I think on 150cc it's the right rail. Interesting. All right. And a little gap jump, nice. Another little corner hop, and same strategy there as DK Mountain on these super tight corners, releasing the wind turbo and then doing like a motion hop or whatever, and then just fixing your alignment, like having it straighten out a little bit. Oh, landing on the rail, finishing in style. Another inside drift. What? We got the Pokey costume, we got the sponge tires, we have the Yoshi bike. Are you kidding? Why did they take out the ramp at the beginning of the level? I guess they want you to trick off the pipe when you're doing the glider cut, so they don't want to put the ramp there. I don't know. I'm surprised they took out that ramp though. I mean, why? Anyway, I digress. Glider, go straight, Rock Mountain, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, we're gonna see the shortcut here. I'm just always surprised to see inside drift. Now that we've seen it twice, I'm predicting 5 inside drift world records at this point. 5 seems like a good number. Just going straight. Wow, cutting a lot there. Not having to veer to the right at all. Yeah, I guess that section is really fast. And it's important to hop downhill. Just do a neutral hop right after you hit the boost panel, and you cut a decent part of the ramp on the downhill section. Ooh, really pixeling some of these corners, especially in the off-road there. And then hopping over the trick ramp, because tricking is extinct. And I mean, there's probably more tricks in the world records on average in this game than Mario Kart Wii, but there's also way more stuff trickable. All right, I mean, it looks kind of funny with the Yoshi bike, like when gliding, like with the arms out on the side, like with the outfit. It just looks really funny. And just the hop, yeah, no trick. All right, the gold cart. We have not seen the gold wheels at all, but wow. The gold cart. I'm pretty sure the gold wheels have like the same stats as the metal wheels or something. Wario gets another world record. 3 for Wario, 3 for Funky Kong. Okay. Gold glider, gold cart, Crimson Slim, Wario. I mean, this is one of the best looking combos. It just really works. Red and gold, especially like a crimson red, really go nice together. I mean, look at this, guys. 32 out of 96 complete. Nice. Half pipe trick, no ramp trick. Interesting. We are already 1/3 through the video. And that just looks ridiculous. It looks like Wario's gonna wipe out, fall off the cart, and crash. But no, it doesn't happen. That would be really funny. They release a Mario Kart game and like you can just fly off the vehicle and then the character has to like run back to the vehicle and they wipe out. I feel like there's probably a racing game like that. Sounds familiar. I mean, we're gonna see the same little half pipe strat here. Yeah. No trick there though. Maybe that trick would actually slow you down because you'd already have so much boost. I don't know. Insane low trick. I'm surprised we don't see the teleport glider strat. I don't know what it's called. I'm just gonna call it the teleport motion glider. You guys know what I mean. Nothing too crazy on this corner. In Mario Kart Wii, it's ridiculous. You like go up the side and you fall down on the other side. It's actually a very simple world record minus this part right here compared to like how crazy the track is and how I perceive the track to be, which is just very wacky and unpredictable. It's a pretty standard world record here. Nice low trick. Oh, this is just the regular standard cart. All right. I mean, we are 1/3 the way there. And I was gonna say this is probably gonna be the longest video I ever upload on the channel, but even though there are more world records than the 150cc video we did, 88 150cc world records is probably longer than 96 200cc records. This is quite the video. It's gonna be over 3 hours of watching world records by the time I'm done. And wow, you could just clear the entire thing with one mushroom there, and then that's it for the mushrooms. I'm so used to the strategy where at the very end of the mushroom, they release the miniature boat and then hop while they're still in the boost to get over the last part of grass. And then here it looks like, yeah, no shroomless cut. But we will see the turn skip here. Yeah, all right. Little slip drift. And in Mario Kart Wii, slip drift is when you're able to start your drift without jumping. So you use the terrain to be able to do that. And another purple, that's a giant corner. That corner feels like it was made for 200cc. Get the double trick and do a little off-road skip. Koopa Streetle cushion tires make an appearance. And I mean, this shortcut's just gonna be giant. We already know this one. Is it gonna be shroomless? No, okay. Using the mushroom very late to get less air, take the corner tighter. 7 coins. Orange miniature boat into the off-road, cut it super tight, and ending lap 1 with 9. Where's the 10th coin gonna be? Probably right here, yeah. Had to take that super sharp angle to get that 10th coin. I was thinking for a second this was gonna be a run with only 9 coins, but nope. And I don't think we're gonna see that ending ramp utilized on lap 3, though I am curious. I could see it being useful shroomless. I don't know. It's pretty funny how you don't even jump on that shortcut. It's pretty free on 200. I think it's the biggest shortcut in the game. It's that one or the blue one, but I feel like this one's better just because you don't slow down so much. These finishing times look like glitch records. I mean, it's 1 minute, 1 second for Mushroom Gorge. It's just ridiculous. Also, seeing the timer, oh, the rail cut. Seeing the timer on the top right, it just really makes me wish they had that when you're playing online. Like, that would be very useful for figuring out when items are back in play after they're used. Double mushroom skip. Wall cut without hopping. So weird. And again, I think we're gonna see that 3 for 3. Oh, this is such a satisfying world record. This is gonna be one of my favorites along with DK Summit. Very fitting considering they're like my favorite tracks in the whole game. Yeah, just flying through it. This is ridiculous. Shortcut after shortcut after shortcut. Oh my gosh. And mushroom skip. How many mushrooms are skipped per lap? 1 there, it's gonna be 2 there, and then 2 here. Wow, so 5 mushrooms get skipped. Unbelievable. Full anti-gravity track, another Ink Striker world record. Leaf tires again, and I mean, as we know on Sky High Sunday, there's a giant 200cc shortcut at the end, skipping all of the ice cream scoops. I don't know if it's gonna be used on lap 1 though. 7 coins? Yeah, I'm assuming just the regular route here. No, shortcut. Okay, shortcut's still worth it. I thought for sure they get to 10 coins there, but I guess you could just get to 10 coins at the end anyway, so you're really not even having that much time where you're not getting those extra coins. So, makes sense. The spin boost with the double trick boost, cutting it so inside. Jeez. Yeah, this shortcut, I don't know if it's possible on 150 or useful in any capacity, but you can just cut so much here. It does remind me of the big blue one, probably more than any other shortcut in the game, with just how you float like that. Anti-gravity physics are just so weird in this game. That's a nice low trick. It's interesting, like, going on a straightaway, how they hop, like, right before the trick ramp. Maybe that's to get less air. Maybe it's like a low trick thing. And trick, trick, trick. The Koopa Clown, though, I mean, sees a lot of play. Way more than I would ever expect. I never see this thing online, though I've seen it in like 5 world records today. The ancient tires, too, multiple times. Seems really good on these like slidey tracks, and we saw it on DK Summit as well. Oh my gosh, what a weird corner. Oh, this is gonna be a purple? Jeez. It's so slidey. It's practically like you're driving like on a straightaway, but you're on a U-turn. And we're gonna see this again. It's just so funny seeing a right drift there. And another purple. All right, this might be the most purple main turbos in any 200cc world record. And that number will be 2, maybe 3. Another orange. Oh, that's so weird. Just, yeah, not even tricking off any of those until the very end there. And orange main turbo to end it. Pipe frame. All right, I guess it's the time trial meta. I've began to appreciate the pipe frame in a way I never thought I would. I don't think it has nearly as many 150cc world records from my memory, but it dominates on 200. It's like every third world record, I would say, is pipe frame, something like that. All right, purple main turbo. This one's really satisfying to drive. It's so smooth, especially the edges. I like how it's slightly elevated, but you just stick to it. In Wii, it's completely flat the entire time. Yeah, you can actually cut some off-road with the elevated edges, like right there. 2 purples. I don't think we're gonna see a third. Never mind, that's a purple. I mean, I don't know, that might have been 5 purples. I kind of lost count. And on 150cc, that giant shortcut, you have to like jump and release a main turbo at the very end to get out of the off-road, but on 200, it's just perfect. Koopa Clown, cushion tires, Rosalina. One of the weirdest looking combos we've seen. It's just so giant. I can't even imagine using this online, what that hitbox would be like. You just get hit by every single smart bounce in the universe. On time trials though, guess it's pretty viable. You can cut so much there. Wow. Looks like the blue ramp is not used at all on the right with the glider. Wow. Just going straight. A lot of times on 200cc, that's how these records go. You just go straight. You don't snake or do counter hop, neutral slide, main turbos repeatedly. Nothing like that. And yeah, I mean, that ending right there is usually a giant mushroom spot, but just going around. Not quite the off-road patch it is in N64. Ooh, have we even seen Mr. Scooty one time? On 150 we see Mr. Scooty. On 200, Mr. Scooty nowhere to be seen, but Waluigi Pinball shaking things up all right. It does make sense though. It's an extremely tight track. There's lots of difficult corners, especially at the beginning. There's all the coins. And are we gonna see any snaking at the end since this is such a high main turbo combo? Yes. All right, a little bit of snaking. Let's go. Nice to see a section on 200cc where it's not going straight like on Moonview Highway or the last track. I mean, we saw quite a bit of that just on the railroad tracks. I'm expecting, okay, so that's a common theme. Not only using mushrooms at the very start, but also using mushrooms upon exiting gliders. We saw that on DK Mountain as well. We're gonna see a main turbo held past the boost panel here. No, oh, okay. These hops to fix the alignment. Wow. Same thing on DK Mountain. Saw it again here. Gotta avoid the pinball stomper things. All right. Another mushroom here for sure. Yeah. On 150cc, we always saw that strategy on the 270-degree corner coming up here, where you would hold the main turbo, get past the booster. Yeah, they don't do it here, but you'd hold it against the wall and get a purple, and then release it after the boost ran out from the booster, or the zipper, or whatever, and you would literally carry that boost all the way around the next corner. But strategies are very different on 200cc. Ah, the gold cart with Wario and the Crimson Slims. We've seen this before. I expect this to be one of the simplest world records, one of the least surprising. Granted, they are carving it up right now. Interesting to see a main turbo used on the downhill slope there, and shot really far, but it made sense considering how far away the coins were. I was like, wow, that's not a tight line at all. But then I was like, oh yeah, 4 points, super wide. I'm just never gonna get used to time trials where you take wide lines on purpose. It's just so weird. And here, yeah, much tighter line. All right. And we're going straight. Maybe orange here. Yeah, orange main turbo. No, purple! Jeez, what a corner that was. Half the level, one corner. Unbelievable. And this is always a little bit of a weird section. It like does a corner, it evens out, then it does a massive wraparound. And a tiny little glider ramp. The varmint is back. And these look like the Crimson Slim. Yeah, Crimson Slim wheels. Alright. I almost expected to see inside drift here. Just feels like a track that would have it. We're gonna see the air vent shortcut that we don't see used on 150cc, which is actually really cool. Yeah, oh, super early mushroom. Oh, I think they jumped before they went airborne, so they would actually hit the air vent a little bit later, get less air off of it. Oh, fascinating. I gotta see that again. This track is way more fun to watch on 200cc. On 150, they just do the glider cut over there. They don't do the air vent shortcut. Air vent shortcut, way cooler. Huge fan of this one. Okay, so that time they went super far to the right and they got less air, doing a different strategy. I'm curious to see how lap 3 looks, considering the car might have played a big part on why that air vent shortcut looked different than lap 1. All right, we're going straight and starting these drifts so early. Nice slip drift. Yeah, oh, that's so cool. They like double hopped and then they got so much less air. I need to learn that. Okay, Birdo, cushion wheels, cat cruiser, let's go. I think at this point, we've seen like half the DLC characters. I know we saw Peachette at the very beginning. We have not seen Pauline, or Wiggler, or PD Piranha. We've seen Kamek a few times. Finally, we're seeing Birdo. And there's quite a bit to comment on here. Nothing too crazy, but there's some very, like, hang on, I gotta watch this. Some very clever strats here. Like right here, you go off the very corner of that and it changes your alignment, and then you clip the beanstalk and you just like, your momentum just shoots you out of the off-road so fast. Like that whole section looks like it's done with the mushroom, but it's not. The mushroom's there. It feels like the mushroom's at the end because they're just blazing through this track. Right here, get that air, fix the alignment, hit that, shoot to the right, out of the off-road. That does not look trimless. Interesting combo. We got full speed stat, but then we got the bitty buggy and those are rollers. It's interesting. How are they gonna do the shortcut here? Are they gonna... Okay, they're just mushrooming super early and getting a double trick. All right. So the ending shortcut does not take a mushroom, so we're gonna see that utilized every single lap. And then, oh, a little bit of a turn skip there. And then this is the must-know shortcut. I remember when Wave 1 released and we saw this shortcut and we saw the Shroom Ridge shortcut, and I realized I was like, Nintendo has really changed their stance on shortcuts. They're actually adding them to the game, while the regular 32 tracks for when Mario Kart 8 initially released, they hated shortcuts. I think they were sad or offended at how Mario Kart Wii and 7 got so broken. There was so much broken about those games. They're like, we're gonna just completely remove shortcuts from the game. They didn't want anything to do with shortcuts. It was very sad. And then when the initial DLC released for Mario Kart 8, they actually had some really cool shortcuts, and then they added way more in the Booster Course Pass. The trick animations for Dry Bowser are so good. I love that little trick you get on the shortcut at the beginning and getting less air there. Nice little hop to get the better angle. And that is it for Ninja Hideaway. The third inside drift world record, and I actually forgot about this track. It totally makes sense this one would have inside drift. It just really works for the style of corners. And there's some really gradual corners like this one where it's kind of tough to squeeze out your main turbo, but cutting it super tight, the line for inside drift, it might not be able to drift tight, but the angle is so different. And these gradual corners, it just really works. Same with like Toad's Turnpike. I expect to see inside drift again at least one more time. We are almost halfway through. It's so exciting. I mean, I'm kind of gonna miss the Booster Course Pass levels. However, watching the 200cc world records on the original 48 is maybe gonna even be more exciting, honestly, because these world records, they've been, you know, tracks that have been out for forever, so they're gonna be even more refined than the Booster Course Pass ones in general. Especially when we get to Electrodrome, that's gonna be the best one. And we're driving straight. That's what inside drift does in this game. I missed the wheelies, I'm not gonna lie. It just doesn't look right without the wheelies. Nintendo, add back the wheelies. We love the wheelies. Look at that line. And last mushroom, low trick to finish things off. We got Wario, Crimson Slim, lots of world records with the Crimson Slim, and we got the Prancer Dancer, or whatever it's called. And we're probably gonna see the ramp being used, I hope. Maybe not lap 1 to get the coins, yeah. I think, okay, only getting 2 coins, interesting. And there's 10, oh that makes sense, all right. And otherwise, I mean, we'll see the pipe shortcut and that's probably it. On lap 1 though, it's so funny like not seeing the big shortcut being used in a time trial. Right here, right here, no, oh, all right. I guess the ramp is not gonna be seen today. I thought it was faster, I guess not. Pretty sure I saw it on the 150cc world record. And opting not for the glider. I guess motion gliding's not worth it. Probably not enough space. And yeah, shortcut one more time. Beautiful. Teddy Buggy as a roller, seen this a few times today. Not expecting to see anything too crazy here. However, on Coconut Mall, that'll be really fun with the motion glider. I mean, there'll be a little bit of motion glider here. Or not really, just hopping onto these glider ramps instead of tricking. It just looks so strange. Yeah, I'm just getting 2 tricks there. Someone commented on 150cc I need to like slow down so I can get all 3 tricks before going off the first trick ramp on the end section. So I gotta try to remember that and try it out. Alright, so lap 2 they trick, lap 1 they don't. Wild. Get the purple and the orange. Ooh, a little bit less air on lap 2 there. It makes me think maybe a super big low trick is possible. Might take a faster combo though. Maybe you can't really get a good low trick off of that ramp, I don't know. All the ramps are so different in this game. Right on the edge. And let's see what this last one looks like. No trick at all. Luigi, Teddy Buggy, and this track right here is gonna wrap up the Booster Course Pass. It's a good one to end on. Definitely gonna end with some fireworks here before we get to the back half. Whee! 360. Oh my gosh, that looks so fake. Looks like hacks. Unbelievable. The mid-air direction change is great. There's just usually not enough room to do that on a glider section. But Coconut Mall is the exception. It's one of the most wild glider strats in the game. Is this the most wild glider strat in the game? Minus Electrodrome? Is this number 2? The wildest in the Booster Course Pass? Potentially. It's so fun. I can watch it over and over and over. Never gets old. Nice low trick. No trick there though, it'd shoot you too far. Triple trick? No, just double. Gonna go wide and inside and top route again, of course. Gotta hold, get the purple, swing, and land on 2 wheels, but not the front 2, not the back 2, the side 2. Kinda wish, you know, Dry Bones had world record on this track. He's on the side of the track, cheering you on. My favorite lightweight character, one of my favorite tracks, but Baby Daisy will suffice. Let's check this record out. Starting things off at the end, going backwards order with the cups. And we're swinging around here, oh my gosh. I always see people turn on smart steering on this section. Especially on 200, even on 150 sometimes. Oh, so much off-road was hit, but there was always at least like 1 wheel on the main road there. It's crazy how you can just completely shift your angle and like just momentarily lose all your speed at the same time when switching drifts. Similar to lap 2. Lap 2 looked like it was even tighter. It's such a tight track. I like that there are tracks like this. I kind of wish there were more of them. Granted, the smart bouncing would get a little ridiculous. Alright. One of my favorites. Luigi might have the most world records on 200. I mean, wow. Alright, we're gonna see some insane stuff here. No question. Ribbon Road is one of the best recreations of any retro track. It's a little jank, but I love it. I'm not even very good at it. It's just fun to watch. This shortcut right here. Alright, they skipped the first ramp altogether. Curious to see what lap 2 and 3 look like. Only at 7 coins right now. It is confusing how in the replays you still see the coins even after they've been obtained. Kind of throws me off a little bit. Oh my gosh, just barely staying on, getting an early trick there. Oh, getting a trick there and the double trick. So that time they utilized first part of the ramp. The first lap they didn't do it. The second lap they did. What's lap 3 gonna look like? This is an extremely riveting record here. There's just so much to take in. So many cool strats. Barely surviving. Gotta be so impossible to time trial this. One of my favorite ones. One of the most impressive. Oh, skipping the ramp lap 3. Okay, so lap 2, just based on the waviness of the road, ends up being better to hit both ramps. This might be the most difficult cup in the game. You got Ribbon Road, Neo Bowser City, and Super Bell Subway in the same cup, and then you have the crazy shortcut shenanigans with Big Blue. I don't know if a Booster Course Pass cup really reaches the level that this cup is. This was the final cup in regular Mario Kart 8, and they did a phenomenal job. I feel like these tracks just have more detail than any of the Booster Course Pass cups. I don't know what you guys think, but this is a really impressive cup. It might be the most impressive cup in the game. And I don't even like this track, but I know a lot of people love it. And I can appreciate how different it feels from the rest of the tracks. Like, it's truly chaotic, and it's the closest thing to Moonview Highway and Mario Kart Wii. Like, it reminds me of Moonview Highway a lot, which is how terrifying it is. The subway can really ruin your day. Oh, hitting the wall and bouncing off it, shooting inside, not tricking there. Interesting. I guess maybe the trick boost like gets canceled out by the purple main turbo or something. I don't know. The subway is not really posing to be too much of a threat. It almost took them out on lap 2 right here on the right, but nope. Streamless shortcut. Let's go. Clipping the wall seems to be the way to go on these streamless cuts. The top 10 is very close here, and this ending time is 1 minute and 401 milliseconds. I don't think this will ever sub a minute. 401 milliseconds is a lot to shave off on a level that is already so short. But who knows? Maybe it's theoretically possible. This part's cool. I love this shortcut. I remember this one from back in the day. It's gonna be a fun one to watch. I mean, I have so much nostalgia from when I initially discovered this shortcut way back in the day on the Wii U, although I didn't do it from the bottom ramp. That was ridiculous. I did it from the top. That was so clean. Over the railing too. Perfection. Considering this is such a short one-lap track with a lot of boosters, I mean, this can be one of the most optimized. I mean, the top 10 was scary close. Bounced off the wall there with the anti-gravity, taking the green route. I always go purple. Have I been doing it wrong the whole time? I mean, I think purple is better, and then you switch to green on 150, but wow. Interesting me from Alberto. I mean, the Wario theme is very fitting. Can't deny it. Here we go, the messed up camera angle. Thank you, Nintendo, for that one. And gonna start these main turbos and these drifts really early. Yeah, oh my gosh, starting that so early. It is one of my big takeaways from watching all these world records, is just how early they start the drifts. And sometimes they do a drift, like what was that? It was like a detach almost. Sometimes they start the drift in the direction that I think is the opposite of what they should start it in. It's really throwing me off. All right. Little straight section action. Nothing too crazy here. Gonna trick off the ramp. Nice to see it. I never know if they're gonna trick or not. I truly don't. This looks so normal. On lap 1, it was insane. On lap 1, they flew. I didn't see what the lap 1 time was, although I'd never really checked, because lap 1 they just collect the coins anyway. So it's really hard to gauge like how good a lap is for someone like me who doesn't time trial on this game at all. I've yet to see any like glaring mistakes on any of these runs. Yeah, lap 2 and 3 looked super normal and lap 1 looked insane. Nice shortcut though. Whoa, this pipe frame looks like it's like a golden pipe frame. Does Villager have a golden pipe frame or something? Oh my gosh, it looks so good. It's hard to tell with the Ghost. Nice little ramp skip, and then not using the other ramp at all. Instead, just purple main turbos everywhere. Chaining purple after purple. And using the mushroom there. What? You could cut that corner? Goes through the floor? That was like something you would see on a Mario Kart Wii custom track. Ramp skip. Purple on purple on purple. Are we gonna see that again? No, they're taking the left route this time. So, no, wait. It must have to do with the waviness of the road, because that was a lot different than lap 1. I did not expect this record to be one of the craziest ones. All right, so the mushroom was used there. I don't think we're gonna see that crazy turn skip we saw on lap 1 again. What was that? Yeah, pretty standard on lap 2 and 3. One of the craziest records on the simplest track. That last track really woke me up. I don't know what to expect now. We're back on the Koopa Clown. We got the GLA tires. King Boo making a name for himself. Oh, little iceberg clip. Okay. There's always weird stuff on these regular tracks. Shortcut. Maybe not on lap 1? Yeah, just using a mushroom on the last corner and not doing the shortcut. I just never know what to expect in this game. In Mario Kart Wii, I know the game so well, I just know what I'm gonna see most of the time. In this game, I just don't really know what I'm gonna see from the coin strategies, which routes are faster, which shortcuts are used, when they actually trick and when they don't. 200cc is especially confusing. Yeah, they just... I'm predicting they're gonna use the ending shortcut on lap 3 because it being the end of the race, and the purple mini turbo would just carry into lap 4, which is not ideal. But yeah, clipping the iceberg is the way to go. Did it all 3 laps. Yellow route back to green route. Gotta remember that. Definitely seems like the way to go. And then what are they gonna do? No, they don't even take it. They just do a blue main turbo. They go slow at the end. What? This combo and the pipe frame are the most common. This exact build, like Luigi, Azure Rollers, Teddy Buggy. We've seen it a lot today. Oh yes, he's starting a right drift there and then using the mushroom. Very creative. Just lots of creativity in the runs in general. And I'm just as surprised by which shortcuts aren't used as like the new ones that I've never seen. Like, the last two tracks have really woke me up and just got me like excited for these original 48. I hope you guys stick with me till the end. I mean, we got probably some of the most exciting shortcuts coming up, considering these tracks are way more optimized than the previous Booster Course Pass tracks that have been out way less time. Alright, right route, I never go right, but I can imagine on 200 it's easier. It also just flows really nicely with that main turbo off the ramp, and a massive streamless shortcut, barely clipping the grass whatsoever. And then this is really cool, just doing this right drift, using the mushroom there, and then getting the purple super early, being able to immediately start your drift into the glider ramp and fly up the stairs. Definitely don't want to land on the stairs, very important. Get the purple, spin boost into mini turbo trick, main turbo jump, and mini turbo trick. One of the best. I don't think we've actually seen Diddy Kong in a world record yet, now that I think about it. I mean, the time trial world records got completely thrown for a loop when Wave 4 came out. They were all destroyed by the new stats, but when Wave 6 came out, I mean, it was a lot different. There wasn't any changes except for invincibility. So we had to watch all of these again. But if we did a 150cc watch party and we watched all 96, it wouldn't be that much different from when we watched all 88, considering the stats didn't change. When we did all 72 for 200cc, like, that was before the massive shift in meta for time trials and online. So we had to do this video. This was a must. I had this video on my radar for such a long time. I was just thinking, when's the perfect time to make it? The time is now. All right. Lots of cool hand tricks. Massive error there. That was really fast. Some cool corner cuts. I just hate cutting the corner on this level. I always fall off. It's so scary. Like this corner right here, I've had so many terrible races end. Ooh, the low trick. Beautiful. Iggy Koopa again. And the Mach 8, Crimson Slim. We usually see this on tracks like N64 Rainbow Road. Kind of surprised to see it here. What are we gonna see on Piranha Plant Slide? Anything crazy? There's really no shortcut potential on this track, except the very end, of course. There's a small shortcut. All right, no boost panels. Maybe we'll see it on lap 2, we'll see. Actual trick on a glider ramp. I mean, that's not really a glider ramp, actually. I mean, it is a glider ramp, it's just not like a cannon. Like, the cannons are the ones we never see the trick. We do see glider ramp tricks, we just don't see like the cannon glider ramp tricks. Gotta specify. There's a lot of different stuff going on in this game. Very complicated game. The air vent shooting out wide. Another air vent. Piranha Plant does not chomp. And early mushroom. No. Mushrooming super late. Completely wrong. Wow, starting that drift really early. Doing a trick. Flying right now. Flying. This is one of the hardest tracks in the game. Landing on the end platform without having to use the left one. Okay. Just flying. There's a million things that can go wrong on this track. You cannot play anything like this online. Too risky. I mean, this player probably does. Probably never loses on this one. Jeez. 60 world records almost. Without a break. I'm gonna go get a snack pretty soon because I'm gonna need it for this ending stretch. Gotta be rejuvenated and revitalized with you guys for the end game here. Hope you guys have been enjoying this. I mean, I never make videos this long. It's just, I was gonna say it's a one-time thing, but it's not really a one-time thing because we've already done this video a year ago, but like doing all 96 tracks, one-time thing. One of the best trick animations. Iggy falling off the vehicle. I do enjoy playing this track despite not having the rock hop online, and it looks really fun to play on time trials as well. Like, that's a super satisfying strat right there. Releasing the Blue Ranger while not tricking is so weird, and that shortcut is risky. it's pretty much an expert shortcut. Like, you're not making that 100% of the time. You really got to time your jump well. And I do like that about this game. One thing in Mario Kart Wii is like a lot of times doing a TF input, holding the opposite direction in the air just gives you more air and you don't even have to jump. But in this game, there's a lot of times where you really have to time your jump to be able to make a shortcut or an advanced strat. And this is one of those times right here. You mushroom super early and then at the very end of your mushroom boost, you jump. And it's an amazing shortcut. I remember on one of the world record videos I did, it was on like Mario Kart Stadium and I downloaded a hacked time and it wasn't even like a good world record. It wasn't a world record at all for that matter, but it was like super jank and I was like, what, how is this the world record? And then I learned in the comment section later, it was actually not the record, it was some hack time. But anyway, I've been talking about the Mach 8 and how good it is on tracks like this one specifically, and it is no surprise to see it here. Also, Mega Man Amiibo me outfit. I assume you need the Mega Man Amiibo to get this. Fire, absolute fire. Love this. I wish you could do a little gap cut there. That would be insane. There's no shortcut potential on this track. Lakitu says no. End of story. Purple mini turbo here? No question. Oh, and a mushroom. Okay, okay. Just boosting for days here. One tire on the track. Last boost ramp, not necessary. Gonna trick off the glider ramp and finish. Luigi, Teddy Buggy again. All right. How many times have we seen this combo? Like 8, 9 times at this point. Haven't seen Funky Kong in a while. I don't know if he has any more world records. Ooh, okay, just skip the ramp, get a blue main turbo. You cut so much there. This track has so much tech on 150cc. It doesn't seem nearly as crazy on 200cc, despite, you know, this Norwegian player flying through it. Wow. Completely straight angle into the wall, releases main turbo and just sways to the right and nails it perfectly. That seems like a neutral jump for that giant turn skip on the anti-gravity. Flying. Oh my gosh. Just infinite main turbo. This is always wild to me, like how they charge a blue main turbo and then get another blue main turbo with a slip drift on the little platform section. Like, what even is that? This one kind of reminds me of Ribbon Road. I was just mesmerized the whole time. That's the end, wow. Some of you might feel this way. I feel like these world records are more interesting than the Booster Course Pass ones. They're more engaging. I feel more engaged. Not all of them. Obviously, some of the Booster Course Pass ones were amazing, but every single one of these has just got me on the edge of my seat. And I think one of the reasons why is because a lot of the city tracks just do not have interesting layouts. They're kind of bland and wide and easy, and on 200cc, a lot of just driving straight and then just hugging the corner tight. But there's no city tracks anymore. We're done with them. We've watched 13 city track 200cc records in one sitting, and now we just get to enjoy all of these difficult tracks. I mean, they might not have as many shortcuts. That's debatable. I'd say maybe slightly less shortcuts, but wow. They're more complex overall, I would say, than the Booster Course Pass tracks, where a lot of them are pretty easy, honestly. That low trick's nice. Even the last cup in the Booster Course Pass, I was expecting it to be a lot more difficult. That's why I did not expect to see Rosalina's Ice World in the last cup. Thought we'd get something more challenging. All right. Sliding everywhere. Koopa Clown does not surprise me anymore. At the very beginning, I'm like, the Koopa Clown? But yeah, Yoshi, Koopa Clown, sponge tires. Checks out. The Silver Star Aero 25 or something like that. Haven't seen this vehicle at all. I think it has similar stats to the Mach 8, but I'm probably wrong. I thought it actually had similar stats to the pipe frame. Whoa. That's one way to play the xylophone. So, I mean, you know, it's 200cc. This track's not going to be as crazy, but still flying through it here. Ooh, that's a nice shroomless cut. This always happens. I say, like, on DS Mario Circuit, I'm like, okay, nothing too crazy on this one, and then giant shroomless shortcut. How do I always do this? I always say something's not crazy, and then something crazy happens. That's just how it goes. All right. So, I mean, there's no snaking here. Only one trick. It is a nice low trick, nice delayed trick. And then the air you get there is ridiculous. It's a weird combo. I don't understand this combo. Like I said, I'm guessing it has similar stats to the pipe frame, and it also has like a really giant hitbox like the Mach 8. So I think it just is a good combo for this track. It's just a weird mix of something that has really difficult corners, but also like a lot of parts where you can ride the edge, like especially the piano keys at the very beginning. You can just have like one wheel on the track. Crimson Slim and Azure Rollers, which one is used more? I think it's probably the Rollers slash Azure Rollers, but the Crimson Slim making a name for itself. Never see this online, ever. Probably just doesn't quite have the acceleration necessary. Also, another thing to comment about. I have you guys commenting which shortcut did you not know about, which one was the most surprising in the video, but also I want to know what shortcut would you add to the game? If you could add one shortcut to be possible on 200cc from the 96 tracks now that we have the entire game out, which shortcut would it be? And the reason I thought of this question is because if I could add one shortcut to the game, I think it would be this U-turn skip right here. I think this would be extremely satisfying. It really bums me out it's not in the level, considering it was such a staple to Mario Kart 64 with Yoshi Valley. And I mean, it needs it. It really needs it. Wow, you really get so much air there. That is such a weird way to do the shortcut. I can't believe that's how it's done. I thought it would be like you get air, you land, then you use the mushroom, then you charge like a purple moon turbo. I thought it would be like that. Jeez. Those hops at the end too, what was that about? Also, the Grumble Volcano Rock Hop would be another cut that I would want added, but I think this one is more realistic. Wow. Oh my gosh. I could understand lap 3 it being like that, cutting it inside, but lap 2 and 1, I figured it'd be different. Panda has like almost a second lead over second place. That's a lot for such an old track. Interesting combo. Retro Off-Roaders, Streetle, Yoshi as per usual. Massive one mushroom shortcut. And we're gonna definitely see the ending shortcut Shroomless. I'm wondering what this is gonna look like. Maybe this is where all the time gain is compared to other players. What? It was like they were gliding over the sand, completely unaffected by the off-road. This is madness. All right. No trick off the mound there. Hits the tree though. Wow, okay, so I guarantee the big time gain is on these Shroomless shortcuts. You could probably save half a second if done correctly. Just an absurd amount of time. And now we got full tank coins, just feasting it through Dry Desert right now. And this is an orange bean turbo. Are they gonna hit the tree this time? Yeah, okay, so hitting the tree seems like the way to go. That just looks ridiculous. How does that even work? Baby Daisy. Second time we saw Neo Bowser City, and then Donut Plains' unbelievable off-road shortcut. Clipping the wall, going back in the water to get these coins, doing another shortcut. Oh, that was such a good shortcut, and then got a trick out of nowhere. What kind of first lap is that? It must be so hard to even complete a lap on this track. I mean, this shortcut is ridiculous. Clip the wall. This is some 999cc strats right here. Clipping walls and shooting the other direction. The lap 1 strat was so cool, going into the water to get the other 3 coins. Like, I never thought to go over there and utilize that at all. Bonk. Can you hit the Cheep Cheeps? Like, I wonder if they can actually affect you. And then not going through the hole in the wall at the end, but probably a little off-road shortcut here. Yeah, okay. And then ending with the main turbo. Luigi, Teddy Buggy, regular slim tires. Off-road shortcuts are just a thing in this game to the next level. Another one. No ramp though. I mean, it does make sense. It's probably a little too far out of the way for 200. This is always a ridiculous glider strat. Seen that one many times. And no skip there. Okay. Interesting. I'm definitely going to be playing more 200cc next year, and I'm hoping I can incorporate like some of these off-road shortcuts into my driving, because it seems like it's a massive advantage. Probably could outrun some blue shells with all the different strats. Similar to Coconut Mall, just landed on the side wheels there, swaying into a drift right into the mushroom too. It's just perfect. Such a great track. One of the best original 32 levels. Really holds up well too over time. All right. Yeah. The top left and the bottom left wheel is what they're landing on there. Rosalina Teddy Buggy, not Luigi, not Yoshi. I mean, we've seen Rosalina, but I believe it was on the Koopa Clown. All right. More shrimless shortcuts. Whoa, that one was ridiculous. Okay. This track just feels like impossible on this CC. In this last corner, you always have to brake drift it. In the world records, there's just very little brake drifting, but when you play online, you have to brake drift everywhere. Super bounce, of course. That's probably my favorite super bounce in the game. I think that's the one I'm the best at. That one and the mushroom gorge ones. And then, okay, so it is a mushroom. And going around. There's a little bit of an off-road cut at the beginning there. It's like they get a little air and they can cut the corner inside. Clip the side of the glider ramp there. It's such a interesting trim spot. It's right as the speed is running out and then just flying off the glider ramp. Cutting inside and no trick at the end. Hitting us with another throwback. I mean, it's not quite Azure Rollers, Wild Wiggler, Waluigi, but pretty close. I don't expect we'll get closer to the old meta than we will at this moment on GBA Mario Circuit. What a interesting thing to see. I mean, I'm not expecting to ever see this combo used in any capacity, let alone in a time trial world record. Big shrimless shortcut there. And gonna cut the corner tight. I love doing this online. I've gotten much better at doing that even on 150cc. And not tricking off the ramp. I gotta remember you gotta drift off of that. It definitely seems better. Whenever I trick on 200, I definitely go too far outward. Makes me lose quite a bit of time. Yeah, some amazing shrimless shortcuts. First one is busted. Need to learn that one. I don't know how easy it is to do though. But this, I mean, just cutting it so inside. Getting the Ultra Me Turbo. Hopping over the tire. Maybe the hopping is because it's like slightly downhill at the end. Or it's just for fun. The airship is back. Good for underwater. Very fitting. I mean, there's not that much underwater on this track. It's just right here. And I mean, I guess after these ramps, there is a slight underwater part. But yeah, they don't even go in it. The coin collecting strat is awesome on this track though. So slidey. And getting the last trick, okay. Getting the blue main turbo, motion glide. Landing on the side wheels. I always like to go to the right of that ramp for the double item box. I almost never go off the ramp when I play. Was the mushroom there this time? Okay, so yeah, still skipping the first ramp, just going for the second one. So much to take in, every single record. Even the short ones. The last one on GBA Mario Circuit was like 59.9 seconds. And that's actually common to have a lot of them around a minute. This is actually one of the longer tracks. Early mushroom to be able to not cut the corner too wide and just drifting off the end of the ramp. Weird. I'm guessing drifting off the end of a ramp and holding the direction. If you're drifting to the left and you're holding right, actually is better than just driving on straight road. It's very surprising though. I mean, we see it on like Excite Bike and like Wario Stadium on 150cc, you see strategies like that. Just weird to see at the end of Cheep Cheep Beach. We knew we'd be seeing inside drift here. This might be the last inside drift world record. We only saw a handful, you know, Paris being one of them. I mean, this one has been inside drift for a long time to my knowledge, though I'm pretty sure from what I remember, this was outside drift on 150cc. Nice, getting the trick on top of the car, okay. And yeah, it's just made for this vehicle. It's almost like when Nintendo was designing the inside drift vehicles, they were playing them on this track. Like, that's what it feels like. Just pretty much having Wario's face inside the railing. You can't even see the vehicle. That was actually pretty cool. That was the coolest thing on the level by far. It is cool how you can like do tricks off the cars, the ramps being added. The anti-gravity I don't think is used in any way, shape, or form. I'm expecting 14 off-road shortcuts and then a GG. Wow, what was that? Clipping the wall. It's very common on these 200cc runs. Bouncing off of walls, skipping off-road. It just works like a charm. So here it's just mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. And then it's kind of funny because like continually they're hitting the outside walls, but they're not hitting the walls where the off-road patch is like they did on lap 1 on the very first shortcut. This is just so funny. It's like a 44-second world record. I think it's gotta be the shortest one. I'm not 100% on that. Baby Park, ladies and gentlemen. Another featherweight. Baby Peach! Mr. Scooty. Cheeseland. What? How is that not a mushroom? Must have been an Ultra Me Turbo. Absurd. The way you can preserve your speed and momentum in this game in the off-road just by hopping is just... It's really crazy. I mean, look at that. I'm waiting one day when we have tool assists for this game. Like, what are the tool assists going to look like? I feel like there'll be so many cool discoveries made for the game. It's going to be really wild. I don't remember Cheeseland looking like this. I don't remember through the cheese block shortcut. I don't remember between the cheese slice shortcut, and that's what I'm naming the shortcuts. The cheese slice and the cheese block shortcut. And yeah, just not even using the last glider at all. Maybe it'll be on lap 3 useful. I don't know. That shortcut is insane. Just being able to preserve your drift. You don't even slow down at all. Yeah, and just hopping off of it, because I don't think you would hop off it if you didn't have a main turbo boost going into it. Glider here for sure. And then motion glide. Actually, it seems like the one time they didn't motion glide. Wildwood's Iggy Koopa again. A lot of Iggy Koopa. I feel like Iggy Koopa has more world records than 95% of the roster. I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure it's to do with the stats, of course, but what characters have the same counterpart stats as Iggy Koopa? And why is Iggy Koopa getting all the limelight? Shrimless shortcut. That one is super key. I don't really like going for that shrimless shortcut online on 200 though. Just flying through this one. Inside the barrel, clipping the side, and a little rail ride here. Or not. It's just a 150cc thing, I guess. And no tricks off the actual zippers. Instead, using the mushroom there. I mean, they were able to fly over the fence on the anti-gravity shortcut right there and use the mushroom in the grass. That looked a lot different than lap 1. I'm assuming lap 3 is going to look the same. But yeah, not using the rail. Yeah, no tricks. Doing a right drift. Wow. Another cool me outfit. Seen a lot of them today. Like the Wario one, I think it was a Bowser one. The Pokey me outfit, and then this is just an Animal Crossing one, which is very fitting, of course. Already at 10 coins, not even done with lap 1. And oh, cutting the left grass patch with the remainder of the mushroom. And then another shrimless shortcut. That's what I've never done before. It's actually pretty useful because usually you wouldn't want to go all the way to the right there because then you'd have to go around to the left, and it's just better to kind of go wide and then drift in and get an orange mini turbo. But the fact you can combine the far right route with the shrimless shortcut makes the far right route much better. Like, yeah, I never do it that way. That actually looks really fun, and it seems like that would be viable online, especially because it's Teddy Buggy. And wow, at that low trick, it almost looked like they flew forward. Wow. That was a really cool one. Wasn't expecting Animal Crossing to be so good. This must be like a featherweight or something. Yoshi's Circuit, I remember, was featherweight or lightweight. Big shortcut, super early mushroom, which is key because you need to be able to have less speed when you actually trick over the waterfall. Otherwise, you're just going to shoot super high up in the air, and you don't really want to be in the air too much in this game, is something we've learned. I mean, people aren't even tricking off ramps at the end because the trick boost just goes in lap 4, and actually tricking doesn't really help you. It's better just to land earlier, it seems, a lot of the times. This shortcut's awesome. I didn't realize that they mushroomed so early. I always thought they like mini turboed, jumped, landed on the other side, then used the mushroom. I didn't realize it was just an immediate mushroom like that, and you still had enough boost to get through the waterfall cut. A little off-road shortcut there, and gonna get orange. Yeah, it's so early. Wow. One of my favorites, easily. I mean, it's one of my favorite tracks. It's a top 5 track in the game for me, undoubtedly. And it's no different considering the world records for all my favorite tracks are also like my favorite world records to watch. You guys know how I feel about Excite Bike Arena. This is my least favorite track in the game. However, playing it online is very different than watching a time trial, and these strats are really insane. It's just hard because like you can't even utilize all of these strats. The layout changes. I thought there was 4 different layouts for this track, and I learned from the comments there's 200. Unless the comments is trolling me, I heard there were 200 different layouts, and it's just like, how could you even time trial the track? It's literally 200 different layouts. Like, it's gonna look different every time. It's gonna feel different. You can't memorize the different drift patterns. This is ridiculous, though. I mean, when I drive the track, I just drive straight. This is just drifting off every single ramp. That's so funny, going around the mud at the end there. Orange mini turbo, fly. That's a crazy sway right there. And inside the mud? Yeah, okay, so inside that one, and then immediately starting another drift. I did not realize there's so many Mii's being utilized in these world records nowadays. I don't remember the Mii's being used much at all back in the day for world records. It surely is that way in Mario Kart Wii. You barely see the Mii's used in records at all, like ever. I think it's the helmets. The helmets are hyping. People just love the helmets. That's the only explanation. So not tricking to make sure you can get the last trick. Gotta remember that one. I always fly over those ramps and it feels very slow. That definitely looked a lot better. The shrimless shortcut, I don't think you even have to jump on 200. You just kind of fly. Oh. Okay, I think they released their main turbo at the very end and then jumped when they landed. But they didn't jump when they were leaving the road initially. Oh. That was nice. That was clean. I like these lightweight combo records. Yeah, the jump is just to be able to realign to not crash. Nice. One of my favorites. I like the lightweight world records a lot. We knew Captain Falcon Amiibo will be used on this track. I mean, it wasn't on F-Zero Big Blue, so I guess we didn't know, but considering we already saw it, I was like, it's gotta be on this one. It's gotta be on at least one of them. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get Captain Falcon in the game, considering he has 2 tracks. Like, I was thinking the last DLC character was gonna be Captain Falcon. I mean, they did have the F-Zero re-release on the Switch. F-Zero 99, I believe it was called. But like, we need a new F-Zero game, or put Captain Falcon in Mario Kart. That's a ridiculous strat. This is so much easier on 200, and then holding down and then holding up. On 150cc, that trimless shortcut feels impossible. You have to cut it so tight. I never want to go for it. I do gotta remember to drift off that ramp though. I always trick off it. It feels very slow to trick off that one. This is the highlight of the run. This like quadruple hop and then switch angle mushroom. Ludicrous. And get the last trick. We've seen Rosalina on the Teddy Buggy earlier, so I guess I can expect to see non-Luigi Yoshi characters on this thing, but it still looks weird seeing Dry Bowser on the Teddy Buggy. I just don't understand. Is it like, is the Teddy Buggy just used like I don't know. I know it's the best online combo, but I'm surprised it's not used more. But then when I see it, it's so seldom. It's only like 1 out of every like 6 or 7 world records. Like I would expect it to be used way more than it is. But then when it comes up, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen the Teddy Buggy in a while. Like, where's the Teddy Buggy been? Isn't this the best vehicle? I don't know. And then I'm always like trying to figure out like why this track? Why is the Teddy Buggy on this track? There's so many tracks I expect to see the Teddy Buggy, and it's something totally different. Ooh, that looked like a fire hopping strat at the end there. Very reminiscent of regular Mario Kart 8. This track just feels better on 200. It looks good on 200. It functions well. Feels like it's scaled for 200. On 150, it feels very slow. Ooh, going to the left this time. All right. Hopping into the glider ramp. The glider cannon, I should say. And we're skipping some of the boosters just to stay far to the left and hug the wall there. And that's going to be it for Cloud Top Cruise. Looks like just one trick at the end. This right here has always been one of the most underrated tracks in the game to me. Oh, look at that gap jump shroomless cut. I don't know if we'll be seeing that lap 2 and 3, but oh, that was clean. The only thing I don't like about this track is nobody ever goes to the left. The anti-gravity route is just so clearly better, and I don't know if Nintendo thought when making the track like, oh, like it's harder to get to the anti-gravity route, so we'll make it way faster by putting all those spin boosters and tricks. So satisfying. Beautiful shortcut. But I don't know, like it's just like even if you look at the minimap, it's like very clear. It's just very clear that the other route is slower. It's a clear bend right there on the minimap. So it's a little unfortunate because otherwise it's an amazing track. It's difficult too. It's got a lot of tough terrain. Ending shortcut, you can make some comebacks, chase some wins. Love it. The sand ship is just giving out coins. It's very much like the train on N64 Rainbow Road. The piranha plants look really cool on this one. I just love this track. It's one of my favorites. From the original game, like, I just immediately loved it. It kind of reminds me of Dry Dry Ruins in a lot of ways. Luigi Ink Striker, we have seen this before, but we have the wood tires. I don't think we've seen the wood tires at all. I'm pretty sure these were like really good tires for Mario Kart 7 underwater sections. I'm pretty sure it used to be like the Egg 1 and the wood tires for that. Nice! Oh, you could trick off of that. What? How did they get a trick? How? Gotta see that again. I hope we see it on lap 2 and 3, but you never know with the wavy sections. We might only see that shortcut once. I knew about the shortcut, but like they clipped the rock Bowser and then got a trick off of it, or got a trick off of the road. I don't know. We might see it again right here. Let's see. No trick that time. Must be a very difficult trick, but I just don't know what they tricked off of. I'm only seeing these things once, and I'm not even expecting them to come up, so it's just always like, it's like a flash. I think we're gonna see 3 for 3 shortcut. Oh yeah, I've hit that bulldozer way too many times. Okay, so this is awesome. We get to see 2 different shortcuts. Wow. It's like a Mario Kart Wii track with these crazy streamless cuts. I still don't understand that shortcut where they got the trick upon landing. Lap 2, I understood that. Lap 3, I've seen that shortcut, very cool. Lap 1, how did the trick happen? Alright, inside lane. The conveyor belts are nowhere near as powerful as we're used to on Toad's Factory. Similar to Singapore Speedway, you can just kind of ignore them to an extent. The speed boost is so negligible from the green ones. And that looked like a motion hop, similar to what we've seen on DK Mountain and other tracks where you hop and you press left and motion control is enabled and stops your momentum and then switch directions, get a more inside lane. Really cool tech. Speaking of tech, this is by Technical, so he has a lot of world records on 200cc. He probably has like the 3rd or 4th most world records on 200. I've seen Alberto and Army's named the most, I would say. Look at this. 30-second laps. Okay, it's gonna be like a minute 30 on this one. Maybe sub minute 30, I haven't checked. That's another one of these like counter motion hop thingies. I don't know if my terminology is right. I'm just guessing. We only have 3 cups after this. This has been my whole day, it feels like. Just been in this room recording Mario Kart 8 Deluxe World Records. It's funny how the right side is used at the end. At last, we have a Wiggler World Record. I think I've seen every character for 200cc World Records except for Diddy Kong and PD Piranha. Did not expect to see a Wiggler World Record. Oh, landing in the grass from the ramp. Okay. This combo looks great, by the way. I love the look of this. Oh, swaying so far to the side. I'm curious if we're gonna see an airplane wing trick on this level. I don't know. It's always been a very peaceful, relaxing, kind of wide, like simple track to me. It's never felt like online. The ending glider section is terrifying, but like playing this on time trials or practicing this level, it's one of the simpler ones. It does not feel like a Star Cup track to me. It feels more like a Mushroom Cup track. Like Thwomp Ruins feels more crazy than this. I almost feel like this and Thwomp Ruins should switch spots or something. Yeah, landing in the grass is so much better because if you land on the road, when you go up from the grass, there's an elevation change and then you're gonna bounce a bit and then you're gonna lose speed from that and then you're not gonna want to use your mushroom until you land from the bounce. Oh, no airplane wing trick. Oh well. And yeah, tricking over the crates. No really opportunity for a low trick there, but beast regardless. The Streetle. Okay, for another underwater level. And we got Waluigi again. Couple Waluigi world records today. It was interesting seeing him on GBA Mario Circuit. This is a completely different track, all underwater. That track has no underwater. We've got the anti-gravity section coming up. And we're gonna get treated on these next 2 tracks. This one first with this insane motion glider strat. And then the next one has been the moment I've been waiting for 3 hours. I have never watched the Electrodrome World Record on the Switch. I've only ever seen the YouTube video when it initially happened. Okay, so 3 eel tricks. I feel like it's not nearly as crazy with the eel tricks on 200 compared to 150. Flying, using the mushroom really late. So fast. I wonder how much time that saves. It's gotta be like a couple seconds. I wonder if like this game ever gets remade like in the future. I really hope it's not the Switch 2 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 2 or something. I don't even know what they would call it. But I wonder if Nintendo's gonna like patch out the motion gliding. I wonder what Nintendo thinks of this ridiculous motion gliding. Here it is. The magic about to unfold, and very fitting considering, I mean, we have the magic character, Magic Koopa Kamek with the Crimson Slim Mach 8 combo. I think this is a 3 for 3, but I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, that was insane. Alright, so just collecting coins. Nothing crazy so far. But you know, coins are important. I think we're gonna see it right here. The craziest shortcut in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Undoubtedly. That's insane. I feel like the wheels are clipping some of the... We're not even seeing the shortcut. Is there gonna be a shortcut? Alright, I'm a little nervous. Is the shortcut not faster? Is the shortcut not even used? There's still one more lap. It's gonna be right here. I have faith. There's no way the shortcut is obsolete. Alright, here we go. I knew what was gonna happen and I'm still shocked. That shortcut looks utterly insane now. The camera angle completely messed up. I didn't know what was going on. And then the time just finishes and it's over, just like that. Using the mushroom super early and then getting that teleportation thing against the wall, like that is the closest thing to a glitch that this game has. Oh, and they're not going to the water section early. They're actually staying up top. Okay. Interesting. Wild Wiggler back, this time Wario. Wario on Mount Wario, very fitting. I'm okay with it not being Funky Kong, considering the theming is important. Early mushroom. And the scariest part of the level, not even messing with the trees, just going super inside, starting these drifts extremely early. Some super tight drifts here, almost slowing down a little bit. Neutral drifting is slightly faster than like holding a severe drift, but your angle is going to be much more gradual with neutral drifting. This is going to be a shroomless shortcut right here. Yeah, releasing the main turbo upon landing. What is this Mii helmet? This just must be like a Splatoon, I'm guessing. I don't know, I could be totally wrong. Alright, and now, you know, we're ending with the simplest tracks. We really saw the fireworks on the Star Cup with the Dolphin Shoals glider strat, the Electrodrome insane glitch at the end. I mean, Sunshine Airport is Sunshine Airport, but Mount Wario is always fun to watch. It's very impressive. And now, I mean, things are gonna go back to basics a bit. You know, still having these little tiny shroomless shortcuts everywhere on all these maps, but just be flying through the end here. So I almost can't believe it. Like, I can't believe I've watched 88 world records. Soon to be 89. No glider ramp at the end. That's Mario Circuit. Oh no, there's one more lap. Losing my mind right now. Alright, so it's just a pure speed level. I mean, it's a nice low trick going off to the side there. Not using the other ramp, it's just way too far out of the way. And then Mushroom's gonna be insanely tight, not gonna be using the glider. Yeah, alright. That's Mario Circuit. Mushrooming at the start. And the Blue Falcon is back. Oh, interesting strategy. Just skipping the second ramp altogether, landing really far to the left as opposed to what I expected. Only 2 coins right now, make that 4. And we're going straight. We're doing 200cc things. Oh, that's probably the hardest part of lap 1, like getting all 3 of those coins. I get the last coin, that's 10. Super early mushroom, but they only have 1 mushroom left, so I'm curious to see if that ending shortcut is possible shroomless on lap 3 or something like that. Because the finish line's like right there, you don't even need too much speed. You can get out of it with like minimal speed and be okay, and probably have it still be faster going around the last corner. And not opting for the ramps, just going for the boosters on the side. Okay, and early mushroom gonna beat out the trolley. I'm curious if the trolley is going to be in the way on lap 3. It might be. I think on 150cc it is. I don't remember fully. Ooh, that trolley's almost in the way. These trolleys are going to make time trialing this kind of a pain. Yeah, no, this trolley's fine. This one's not an issue at all. And here comes the shrimless shortcut. Hop, even though losing a little bit of speed, the fact the finish line is right there is just perfect. Just when I thought I've seen it all, we have another inside drift vehicle. It's not just Toad's Turnpike for the original tracks. Twisted Mansion. And once again, it's kind of fitting because, I mean, it's very common just to burn the mushroom at the very beginning to get to full speed on 200, and the coins are around the first corner where the shortcut is, so it actually just makes sense to burn the mushroom, go around lap 1. And, oh, you could do that shroomless! How does that work? This game perplexes me. Shortcut for sure right here. This shortcut is really good. It doesn't look like it saves that much, but it's probably a couple seconds. And the right route, okay. Yeah, I mean, you always want to get up top here, and usually on 150cc, I feel like you don't really have enough glider to get up top. Isn't that off-road? Like, how does that make sense? Anyway, I imagine the only way you can get up top taking the right route is if you like held down, and that slows you down a lot when you're on your glider. Right, orange twin turbo, right route again. With 200, you're just going so fast, doesn't matter. You just go straight and you're good. Maybe taps down for like a brief moment. This makes no sense to me. Luigi on the Ink Striker Crimson Slims. All right, another one of my favorites. You guys pretty much know my top 10 tracks. I've already told you guys my favorites over and over. Ooh, clean. I loved how they landed on that first boost panel at the beginning. And okay, just going straight here. Snaking is just not as useful on 200, especially when you don't have the right combo. Okay, so I was hoping the platform skip would be used. It doesn't seem like it's going to be used at all. I feel like they're going to do the shortcut that way all 3 laps, where they do it shroomless and then use the mushroom for the last grass portion. I was hoping they would use the mushroom trick, skip the platform, land at the end, which is such a cool shortcut, but it just doesn't seem like it's useful in any way. I'm talking about right here, like you can actually go all the way to the right and skip this platform. But yeah, this is the way to go. Releasing the main turbo off the wooden ramp, not tricking, mushrooming upon landing, and that little bit of off-road probably slows you down and fixes your angle, gets it tighter. And this is so satisfying, drifting off of it, landing on the booster. And then a classic 200cc straight section. Jumping before hitting the glider ramp. Don't know why they do that. And that is Shy Guy Falls. I can't believe it. The last cup. What a day this has been. I'm sure many of you are watching this over many days, or many mornings, or many nights, whatever it may be. I hope you guys enjoyed this extremely long commentary going through these records together for one last time on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Next Mario Kart game that comes out, whatever it may be, we'll definitely do this again. And I'll probably do this again for Mario Kart Wii 200cc world records, if it makes sense, if there's enough new records for the game. This motion glider is really interesting because they land so early. I was expecting the motion glider a lot longer than that. That shrimless cut though, the first one, is very similar to the Sky Garden one, just clipping that and getting so much distance. I assume they're gonna stay in the air for this motion glider. I don't know though, everything's suspensive, so surprising. Yeah, what? That's the way to do it? What? They just went so far to the left? Is that the world record? All right, mushrooming at the start. Chemic, Ink Striker. Ink Striker really has a lot of world records. I feel like the Ink Striker is the extinct striker online. I barely see it. It's all Teddy Buggy all day, every day. I mean, everyone uses the Teddy Buggy. I use Mr. Scooty because of Funky Kong, but I'm aware it's not the best. Ink Striker was the #1 most popular vehicle frame when Wave 4 came out. And it was just because like the best player was using it, even though people started to realize like Teddy Buggy all the way. I should probably commentate this one. This is like my second least favorite track, so the thing that excites me the most is the lap 1 motion glider, where you go out of bounds and it looks like some weird jank shortcut. And then after that, I'm pretty sure lap 2 and 3, you know, they don't do that. We know on lap 2 they know. I'm pretty sure lap 3 also looks the same. Long drawn out purple mini turbos. Grinding the wall there to get the blue. Shortcut at the end, and yeah. Pretty standard water park. Ink Striker, again, I called it the Extinct Striker. It serves me right to have another Ink Striker record following the other Ink Striker record. I mean, it's just Ink Strikers everywhere. Ink Strikers are way more prominent on time trials than they are online. What is up with that? Alright, so I'm expecting Mushroom on the donut shortcut all 3 laps. I'm expecting to see nothing out of the ordinary on this one. In fact, this is one of the most simplistic tracks. This Mushroom Cut, Mario Kart Stadium and Thwomp Ruins are good. I don't care for this one and Water Park. Alright, so we're taking the blue route here. Probably gonna be a little shrimless cut here. Yeah, okay, so hopping over that, okay. And then mushrooming there. Yeah, the trick boost upon landing in the off-road and hopping immediately, since they're just in like the tail end of the off-road there on that little chocolate patch. I don't know what it is. They're able just to not even get affected by the off-road, and it looks like that's gonna be the way to go again. A little surprised not to see this all 3 laps. Pink route was utilized lap 1. Alright, no trick at the end. We have one last surprise for everyone who made it to the end of the video. We got Alberto on the Cat Cruiser, King Boo, Azure Rollers, taking the anti-gravity route, getting a purple mini turbo, doing some crazy hops. What a first lap. This is gonna be an exciting ending, and thank you again for making it to the end of this video. Be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you made it to the end of this video and you did not hit subscribe, then what are you doing? No ramp, not necessary, so much off-road cut, but yes, similar to what we've seen on Singapore Speedway earlier, or a version of it on Electrodrome. The teleportation strat, you know, on Merry Mountain as well. I can't think of anywhere else it was used, but this is ridiculous. It's always after like tricking off a ramp when you're in a glider. That's when it activates and just does that absurdity. So cool. For some reason, I thought it was only on lap 3, but it ends up being on all laps, it looks like. But yeah, 2nd or 3rd longest video ever. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this. And this is going to conclude the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe World Record videos. Hope you guys enjoyed. What a way to end it.